Hi, welcome back to Making It with Minglet. Today we're on page 89 of our junk journaling for 100 days, and we are going to do some playing today. I've got two pages. Since this was a short page, I decided to make it a two-page spread, and I've already selected a quote. It says, "The most radical act in a sick society is to heal yourself, then gently help others to heal too." And I have this sparkly fabric that was wrapped around from our last one. So I think that I probably will place this over on this side, and then we're going to work over on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. I'm not going to change my mind. I saw something that one of my friends wrote, tell me what you would say to yourself 5 years earlier. And somebody had wrote, if you think long, you think wrong. I've never heard that before, but it kind of made me pause for a minute. Sometimes we try to overthink what we're doing instead of just living in the moment and having a little bit of fun. And that was from a Red Bubble is who had posted that quote. Don't know who Redbubble is, but hey, I like it, so I think we're going to use it. Now, today, I had an appointment, and I had two appointments. I had to get my stitches out, and I had to have my shoulder looked at. So, fun, fun, fun. I went in the Dollar Tree in between because I needed a couple of things, and I picked up this banner. It's got leaves on it, flowers, and I thought, okay, for $1.25 or $1.50, whatever it was, I'll take it home and play with it. So I'm going to cut two of these off. I'm going to cut one that has flowers and one that does not. Because the pink and, let's take this one too. We'll take a partial one. My thoughts are, it's felt, and I know I can put it directly on my page, but I'm wondering if you couldn't also make prints with it in some way. Let's see how this can work. Alright, we're going to cut this one. I'm going to shape it. And that's got some doodling on it too, but I think I'm going to grab some of our fabric scraps that we've been using in this one. Give me just a moment, I'll grab. Alright, I did go and grab some scraps and some different things that we could use on this page. Now, since I've got the blue here and I've got blue here, I grabbed this blue rickrack. I brought some of the pink, kind of pinkish netting. I grabbed some white lace. And then I've got some off-white lace. And then this jewel has been around a long time. This is what's left of the blouse that I wore when I got married at the courthouse. So you never know what you might keep and hold on to that you'll be able to put in a junk journal. I have used this shirt for different things. A lot of times when nieces and nephews have gotten married, I've made something for the bride, and I usually include pieces from the family. So I kind of like doing that. It's time consuming, but it's okay. And while I'm doing this, pulling these strings, I'm going to tell you what, I got my stitches out. Everything looks good. It's healing really good. And they expect me to be able to have a greatly improved vision. So I'm excited about that. They'll see me back in 3 months. That's the good news. The not so good news is I went to see my orthopedic doctor today about my shoulder where I fell on it when I was doing something stupid, unfortunately. And as we kind of suspected, it's probably my rotator cuff. So they're going to send me for an MRI, and then we'll go from there. But that's about the only thing that they can do is figure out if that it is indeed torn, which is what they highly suspect. And he told me, he said, "You are the tough, you one tough girl." And I said, "Do you think?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I've seen grown men act like babies when they've torn their rotator cuff." Said, "I can't believe you've waited 3 weeks to come in." And I said, "Well, I thought it was muscular and I thought it might go away." And he said, "No, this isn't going away." He said, "It is not going to go away. It's like having a clipped wing." And I said, "Yeah, that pretty much sums it up." Oh well, we're going to craft anyway. I don't have to lift my arms here except for when I turn around to click my mouse. When I click my mouse, it says, no, we ain't doing that. Sometimes your body parts are smarter than you are. Alright, I got that kind of frayed up a little bit. And I'm going to just glue it down with the art glitter glue. When I went in the Dollar Tree today, sometimes they'll have the Fabri-Tac wannabe, but I did not see any today, and they were fully stocked when I went in around 9 o'clock this morning. They just opened, so they were full. The shelves were full. I was in there with all the other gray-haired ladies. I guess it's just their time to go to the store. I don't know. But it was just, I laughed because there was nobody in there under 45, 50 years old. I wasn't the oldest one there, but I sure wasn't the youngest either. But that's okay. I'm going to wear my gray hair proudly. Or whatever color it happens to be. Kind of liked it when it was pink. But I'm tired of doing color. I'm just tired of it. So it's going to be whatever it's supposed to be. Alright, I am going to rub this with my t-shirt scrap because I do not want to have glue all over my hands. And I know it's going to come through because it's fabric. And I'm not going to be concerned about that because there's going to be stuff put over top of it. Alright. And what we're going to do is we're going to build layers. Not exactly how we're going to do it, but that's what the plan is to build some crunchy layers, messy layers. Okay, I think I want that piece out here. Yeah, we'll just put some glue there and we'll just lay it around. Let's just make it round. And I like to leave I don't mind leaving my glue open for a little bit, but the problem is I forget it a lot if I do that, and then I have to figure out how to undo what I've done. And I don't want to have to figure out what I did wrong. Not today. Alright, I'm going to push this down and I'm going to smush it. Smush it, smush it, smush it. And this is just this is from an old nightgown. When I say old, I mean old. I don't think anybody's worn nightgowns like this in a long time. Not here. We're cotton people. My mom used to wear gowns like this. My mother-in-law did. Apparently, a lot of them had been making their way to thrift stores, so that's kind of funny. Okay. Let's get some of the Alright, we'll just cut a little piece of this. And I may even put some as a tab on the page. I'm going to put some at the beginning and the end. And the reason I'm not going to worry about putting it down everywhere is because I know that things are going over top of it that will make it stick down. And I am going to get some Fabri-Tac. I guess I'll order it from Amazon. Then I don't have to go into town. Not that going into town is that far. It's 15 minutes, but I don't go unless I have to, and I don't have to go until Tuesday is my next appointment. There's certain times of the year, it's like every time I turn around, I'm going to an appointment. It's not my favorite time of the year, I'll tell you that, but you got to do what you got to do. It can't be helped. We'll hold that for just a little bit so that it will keep itself down. Okay. I think the next thing we'll do will be our, we're going to pick up some of that darker pinkish purple, and we're going to go across with it. Actually, I think I'll cut it. I'm going to crisscross it like an X. X marks the spot. All right, let's go with this one. It's always nice to have something weighted. This is just a paperweight that was my friend Carol's. She was a school teacher and retired from our school system. And, you know, as she decides she doesn't need things anymore, they're preparing to move her. She's going to move to a town nearby where her daughter lives. And that way she'll be closer to her as she continues to age, and there'll be somebody there right away if she needs help. So she's been cleaning out things at her house, and she's been so sweet to, you know, offer things to me. So I have taken some things to enjoy, and that's one of the things that she sent over here. I don't think I'm going to use this pink one. I think I'm going to maybe add, I think I want another leaf. I'm going to add one leaf down at the bottom. This is kind of, it is felt, but it's kind of stiff, and that's okay if it's stiff. Oh, I want that further up. Yeah, there we go. This felt is absorbing the glue, just so you know. If you pick something up to use, it is seeming to absorb it pretty good. So that's giving me like several different layers. And that's going to, maybe it needs something heavier. Excuse my dirty jar. That is what I clean my brushes in. And I don't change it every day that I come up here. It's like every few days I'll rinse it out. But I don't think we're painting anything today. Now, let's see if that's stuck better. Still a little loose. I may need to actually hot glue it. I don't know. We'll see how it does. I like this. I think that's working out nicely. Let me hold it up so you can see it a little better. See all the juicy layers? And I think we will put yeah, they've got some super duper glue here. This is where finger strength comes in handy. If I'd known it was going to be this hard, I would have got Zoe to do it for me. Oh. Well, who knew? Okay, that leaf does not want to give up that flower, so we will cut it off and we will move on. We're not going to sit here and fret over it. I'm going to have this to hang off the page, and given how this is sticking, I think I'm going to grab my hot glue gun. Alright, so I did grab my glue gun and I glued these down and reinforced this one with the glue gun. And I didn't think you would care whether you saw that or not. But I will show you that little clip of lace that I had left over where I took this off the page. It was a little bit too much, and so I took it and put it back behind. And that added it here where I had Don't Be Afraid to Sparkle. So when you see this page, you've got the lace there and the leaves, and it doesn't look quite so out of place. Now, I did want to revisit this page because when I was in the dollar store today, I also got these little mirrored pieces, which I thought were quite cool. We'll see how sticky they are and if I can get them out of the package. I know they try to save materials, but sometimes these old ladies just can't get in these packages. My husband said that means I should have left it at the store. I'm going to try to take one whole roll off and see if I can place it down like it's one whole piece. I don't know if they work that way, but I'm hoping they do and I don't have to fiddle with them. We're going to find out soon either way. Okay, I know what I should do. Before I go too far with this, I probably need to just cut it. And then maybe I stand a better chance of getting it on there all in one piece. take it all the way through. Not quite. Ah, that worked. Okay, very good. And I'll put this in with my rhinestones and things like that. Alright, that's ideally what I want to do right there. So let me see if I can get it turned where I think I can work with it pretty good. I know if I just roll it back, it probably will work better than if I try to do it differently. There we go. Okay. We're got it started. So let's get that piece down where we want it. And then we'll just, it looks like they, oh, I think I can do this. I think this is going to work. Of course, there's a difference between thinking and knowing. Not there. Come on. Not quite there. Well, I got some on my fingers. Does that count? I knew if I couldn't get it all off in one piece, I wasn't going to do so well with these. These are like super fidgety. Probably have these on my rear end when I get up. You know how you can get stuck glitter everywhere? Well, these made these just like glitter because wherever they're falling, they're sticking. Need about 3 more, and I think I'll be right. Now, I think this is pretty sticky stuff, so that's good. Hopefully I won't have to come back and hot glue anything on it. Any of this. And I've got like 3 of them left over. Uh-oh. Come on. Lay down there. Be a good mirror. I will put something heavy over top of this because I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to need. Okay, I'm going to put one here in the center, one on the corner here, and then one over here. And I didn't try to put them in a straight line because I didn't think that was possible. So there we have a little bit added to our sparkle page. And I think that really makes a nice page ending right there. And then you transition over, you've got your sparkle, you've got the lace added that goes in with the pink, and then you flip over. And for today, page 89 in our journal, the most radical act in a sick society is to heal yourself, then gently help others to heal too. And we've got our lots of nice texture, layers, colors, and I think that turned out very nice. Until next time, be well, my friends. Bye-bye.